everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cecily, and I am a Danish model, YouTuber, and actress. And today I have a super special guest. I'm so excited. I have with me the one and only Brad Yates. Hello, Brad, and welcome.
Hey, Cecily, thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. And for those of you that don't know Brad, though I'm sure you do know him. You were actually an actor and a clown before. Is that right? I read that somewhere.
That is correct. I started out as an actor touring the world, and yes, you can see it in the background way over there my diploma from Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Clown College.
That is so cool. Such a diverse background. That's really cool. Anyway, he's also the author of the children's book, The Wizard's Wish, and the co-author of Freedom at Your Fingertips. And you have also been in the movie The Tapping Solution, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, and Brad, of course, has a website. He also has a YouTube, and I'll put all the links in the description so you guys can go check him out. But already today, we'll get to know him a bit more. So, Brad, first of all, I'd like to know, and for the people out there who don't know tapping, if you are to explain it to a beginner, what would you say? What is it?
Yeah. So the most important thing to know about tapping is it's one of the simplest, quickest, and most effective forms of stress relief. So when you consider that stress causes or worsens most, if not all, of the troubles that we experience, all the difficulties, then having a simple tool for releasing stress is profound and important. And so that's why I encourage folks to do it. The reason some people might resist it is because we are literally tapping on our face. And if you're new to it, it does look a little bit strange. But it's based on acupuncture. So for thousands of years in Chinese medicine, they've said there's a flow of energy through the body along these pathways that are called meridians. And when this energy is flowing naturally, we experience our natural state of health and well-being, physically and emotionally. And when it gets stuck, we don't feel so good, and we don't think as clearly, we don't make the best choices, and our lives kind of don't go as well as they could. So in traditional acupuncture, the doctor would stick needles in these different points to stimulate that healthy flow of energy, and we're just tapping with our fingertips.
Okay, so it's perfect for people who are scared of needles, for instance.
Yes. Much kinder and gentler.
Yeah. Okay, and it's very simple. Everyone can do it from their home, or do they need to work with a professional, or how does it work?
Yeah, it's a simple tool that anybody can do, and you can use all kinds of different phrasing to make it more effective, but even just tapping without saying anything is effective. And there's a
Hmm.
lot of things we can do on our own. Certainly, we can get more benefit by working with a practitioner, because a lot of the things that stop us, we have beliefs about why we couldn't or shouldn't take action or have success or be healthier or whatever it might be. And it's always because part of us believes that's necessary in order to keep us safe based on old programming. It may not be logical, but based on old misunderstandings, we may have these ideas about why we couldn't or shouldn't be, do, or have certain things. So on our own, our mind isn't going to let us know how to clear that out. So
Mm.
so it helps to work with a practitioner who is willing, who's able to help us see those things where we have blind spots.
Okay, cool. And I'm so curious to know, Brad, how did you find tapping? And what difference did it make for you?
Yeah. How does a grown man find himself tapping on his face for a living?
Yeah.
Well, as you mentioned, I was an actor, so I had traveled around doing theater. I went to Hollywood to be a movie star, and while there is when I went to clown college. But also while there, met a woman, fell in love, got married. And when our first child was on the way, I thought, I should probably have a backup career.
Oh,
so so instead of getting a steady kind of paycheck kind of job, I trained to become a hypnotherapist because I'd always been fascinated with the power of the mind. And I started doing that, and it was great. Having a background as an actor was really beneficial as a hypnotherapist. I could have that voice, a trained theatrical voice.
yeah.
But so I was doing that and building a small practice. And then after a couple of years, when our second child was on the way, I thought, as much as I love acting, this personal development work is really, really feels like my calling. This is what I'm really meant to be doing.
Mm.
So we left Los Angeles, moved to Northern California, and through some other hypnotherapists, I heard about energy psychology and tapping. And I went to this conference and learned EFT and was just blown away by it, especially when Gary Craig, the founder of EFT, who was leading the workshop, had us tapping on chocolate cravings, gave everybody a Hershey's Kiss, and said, on a scale of 0 to 10, how much do you want that chocolate? And I was a bit of a chocoholic at the time, and I'm like 8, 9. And just after a few moments of tapping, I couldn't eat it. And I didn't eat chocolate for another 2 years. I
Wow.
got better, but I recovered from that. But that was such a profound thing of being able to, from going to really wanting the chocolate to not being able to. I mean, I could not make myself eat it.
Wow.
And so I realized there's something profound about this. So after that, I got trained and started introducing a little bit of tapping into my hypnotherapy sessions until little by little they became tapping sessions with a little bit of hypnosis at the end. And then when YouTube came around, I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if there was a tapping video people could start their day with? And I'll call it Tap of the Morning. And that was all I ever intended to do, was that one video.
Yes.
And then a few months later, had another idea for a video, and then a few months later, another idea, and now there's over 900 of them.
Wow, it's amazing. Yeah, and for all of you guys, his YouTube is in the description. Go check it. I love your videos because
Thank
of how it's so relatable, and it feels like you're talking directly to the viewer, which feels very nice when we're tapping on some issue. It's always nice to feel like you're in good hands.
you. Well, I want to make folks comfortable while we're going through this stuff and try to add some humor in there to, give that spoonful of sugar that helps the medicine go down.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm really kind of shocked to hear about the chocolate. I mean, that's like, how do you say, like such breaking, like so many people deal with chocolate addiction. So just to do a little bit of tapping and you didn't eat chocolate for 2 years, that's amazing.
Yeah, and there have been times where I've gone back and eaten chocolate, and then I'll do some tapping and I'll go through it again, and it could be Easter and there's chocolate all around. It's like, yeah, I don't want that.
And so what did you feel like? I guess you started implementing as well tapping into your own life more when you learned it. And did it make any other difference apart from the chocolate cravings?
There's been so many benefits for me, in terms of feeling more relaxed, feeling more comfortable being myself. Because even though I was an actor, I was not a successful actor. I mean, I had my moments. I'm not a doctor, but I did play one on TV, on Days of Our Lives. But I didn't have a lot of success because I believe I was blocking myself because I had fear about being seen.
Wow.
I've cleared a lot of that out now. I have over 900 videos of me on the internet tapping on my face. So apparently I've gotten rid of a lot of that. And it's allowed me to travel around the world teaching this. So it has definitely helped me clear blocks to living a life that I love.
Wow, that's so amazing. And for people out there who may be wondering, tapping, does it only apply to emotions or could it also help clear, for instance, physical issues or ailments?
Yeah, the catchphrase with EFT is try it on everything. And there are many, many, many stories of tapping being beneficial in dealing with physical ailments. I've had people say that they've seen rashes clearing up while they're tapping. Uh,
Mhm.
I'm not a doctor, so I'm not saying, hey, that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
But there are definitely stories of people who have had all kinds of healing, people who have been able to, working with their doctor, get off of medication that they'd been on because the tapping had helped clear that. I definitely with physical pain, I've worked with folks where, you know, intense pain has been dramatically reduced or even released. So again, going back to the fact that it's a stress relief technique, so much of what we experience as physical pain is the stress involved. So as we let go of the stress, the pain naturally decreases as well.
Mm, that makes sense. And it simply helps relieve the stress because we create more of a flow again. Is that correctly understood?
So that's one of the theories. Is the whole meridian system.
Yeah.
There are a number of theories as to how it works. We know that it works. There is scientific evidence. There's medical research showing cortisol, which is a stress hormone, being dramatically lowered during tapping. There
Okay.
are fMRI studies where you can see brain activity shifting because of the tapping. So we know that it reduces stress, but the actual mechanism, whether it is the meridian system, whether it is down-regulating the fight or flight mechanism, whether it's the polyvagal system, there are different theories, but we just know that it is lowering the stress, and that has all kinds of benefits in all kinds of areas of our lives.
That is very interesting. I'm sure we will understand more in the future exactly how this works.
There are a lot of great minds working on it.
That's great. And do you think now with the whole situation on the major parts of the planet with the pandemic, do you think tapping is something that would help people like in a general scale?
Immensely.
I guess I
I,
already know the answer.
yeah, when the whole coronavirus thing happened, it just hit me. It's like this now is the time for tapping really to get well known, because
Mm,
there is so much stress and anxiety, and this is such a simple tool that people can use to lower that stress, to help themselves think more clearly, to make better decisions. Lowering your stress also boosts your immune system, so it helps you stay healthier. So all kinds of benefits to that. I've been doing weekly live tapping events. In fact, I have a group called Fearless Actors. I'm about to do a live tapping in that group. So trying to help people clear the fears and the anxiety and all of the different things that are coming up, all the frustration, the fears about money. There are so many things that are troubling people during this time. And this is such a great way of being able to get back and get centered and get grounded and look at, okay, what do I really need to be doing right now? How do I make use of this time to make the future much better for myself and others?
that's wonderful. And I guess it could be easy for people too, because sometimes if you feel a lot of fear, there's many of these mind techniques, but it's kind of easy just to do something physical, like with your hand and
There's a lot of great stress relief techniques, and people say, you should meditate, get a, make sure you get sleep, eat a healthy diet, get exercise, which are all wonderful. And I recommend you do all of those. In the moment that you're feeling stress, like you read a news report and it brings up your anxiety, unless you're really practiced at meditation and been doing it for a couple of decades, you might find it difficult to get into a meditative state in that moment to clear stress. You can't
mm,
go back and get a better night's sleep last night. You cannot. It's not. You can't change your diet in that moment. Tapping is something that you can do right now in that moment that you're feeling that stress.
yeah, I understand. That's why I personally love it as well. I've used tapping, in the moments where you don't know what else to do. And also,
Exactly.
yeah, in moments with pain, actually, it helped me a lot. Like sometimes I had some pain and I'm not the type that likes to take medication, and I've done some tapping, and really sometimes it actually went away completely. So I'm a really big believer as well.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, and again, you don't even have to say words. You can just the tapping itself will lower stress. And then when you're working on a particular issue, then if you can bring certain words in, the basic version of EFT, you just take whatever's bothering you, whether it's I feel this anxiety, or I feel this stress, or I'm really angry at Bob, or whatever it might be, and you can just say those words: stress, 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 anxiety, anxiety, anger at Bob, whatever it might be. and feel that lowering down. And then what I like to do is more free form, where I'm exploring what might be behind that. And that's what I do in all the different videos.
Yeah, so you have sort of your own style of tapping, right?
Yeah, just what I call sort of inquisitive or exploratory tapping, to look and go, okay, while we're tapping, while reducing stress, let's look at why this might be here.
Mm.
Why am I thinking this? Why
Mhm.
am I feeling this? And as we can, go through and look at those different possibilities, then we can have a moment of, oh, okay. And I think that was a misunderstanding. Someone told me, like if you're talking about, we do a lot of tapping on money issues. A lot of people have been told that money is the root of all evil and have grown up believing that. So while consciously we say, oh, I want more money, but I don't seem to be getting more, it's because unconsciously, and the unconscious mind is much more powerful than the conscious mind, the unconscious mind is saying money is the root of all evil and I don't want to be evil. So you can fantasize about the money. I'm just going to make sure it never happens.
Mm.
So as we tap through, well, and here's the thing is, so when we try to change our beliefs, when we try to change our minds about something, our mind goes into a stress response. Like, no, this is how we've been surviving our entire lives. You can't go messing with this. So we stop ourselves from looking at that. And you'll see this all the time. You look on social media and people get very angry about their beliefs and really nasty comments because someone is saying, well, you're wrong. It's like, no, I'm right. Based on misinformation and things like that. So as we're tapping, we can reduce that stress and start to say, well, maybe I am wrong. Huh. Well, maybe if I go back and I look and I can see, oh, money is the root of all evil is not the actual quote. It's
Mm.
the translation is the love of money, which means lust or greed. And it's so it's just a misinterpretation and a mistranslation. So as we let ourselves recognize that, we can say, oh, I don't need to have all this resistance to money or whatever it might be, relationships. We may have all kinds of, we may say, I'm really lonely. I want to be in a relationship. But our program and our mind is saying, oh, no, 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 no. Remember, the last relationship you were in, you got your heart broken. Maybe your parents were divorced. Relationships always end badly. Save yourself. So we could be in a grocery store and we could see an attractive stranger over there. And even before we're consciously aware of them, our unconscious mind says, oh, look, there's a sale on aisle 2. And we are already out of there without even having recognized, because unconsciously we're protecting ourselves from a situation. Because it's like a grandmaster in chess who's thinking 50 moves ahead. That part of our mind is thinking, oh, if I go up and say hi, we might actually hit it off and we'll go out on a date and then we'll get involved in a relationship and then they'll break my heart just like that last person. Oh, sale in aisle 2.
Yeah.
And we're already there before we're consciously aware of that person being there. It's brilliant. It's just based on misinformation.
Yeah. So it's a way to kind of become more friends with your subconscious and to clear out the ideas that are not aligned with your actual
Yeah.
wishes and
It allows us to have a conversation, just like, if you have two people having a political argument and they're all upset and they're just going, "You're stupid." No, you're stupid, and there's no conversation there. But if
mm,
you can calm down the emotions and say, "Well, here, this is my point of view. Let me hear your point of view," and we may not agree, but we can at least see. And it's like, okay, where do you get your information? Well, here's where I get my information, and so being able to have that kind of calm conversation with our unconscious mind, and we can look and say, okay, so that last person that I was in a relationship with broke my heart, but that was based on a misunderstanding because that was definitely not the right person for me. I can look back and I can see that there were all kinds of red flags. When that person left me, they did me a huge favor. I'm so much better off. But there's all these misunderstandings telling me, no, this is proof that relationships are bad and dangerous.
mm, that's so interesting. So for everyone watching out there, whatever you have, may it be physical or emotional, Tapping seems like could be a really good tool. So if you're new to it, give it a try. And on your website, right, you have several tools and people can even work with you directly. Is that correct?
Yeah, lots of resources there. Hmm.
Perfect. I'll have to link here. And so you have two children or how's
I
it?
do have two children, both grown. My daughter's back living with us because colleges are closed.
Mm.
So, and my son lives in another state. So yeah.
Oh, cool. And what do they think about tapping? Have they ever tried it?
Oh yeah, yeah. My daughter, when my daughter was young, when she was 9, we did a series of videos, and then last year when she got home from college, it was 10 years later, so we did some videos for teenagers and young adults.
Cool.
So and my son has used it on many occasions.
So
You know,
it's
it's
fun.
tough when they were younger because when you're a kid, everything your parents do is uncool. And if what your parents do is tapping on their face, that's even less cool.
Yeah.
But they have been open to it and do use it. So
Okay, that's so wonderful. So for anyone out there with children, it could be a possibility as well for them to try if they need some tools. So.
start them when they're young, before they're worried about looking silly.
Yeah, I've even read somewhere that you can do like if you're in public and you don't want to like tap, you can like imagine that you're tapping. Do you think that's efficient as well?
Yeah, a lot of people find it very beneficial to just tap in their minds. There are also ways you could just hold points and nobody will notice anything's going on. I have a
Mm.
video called suggestions on how to tap that talk about tapping in your mind or subtle tapping. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can do it in public. And there have been times where I just don't even worry about it, and I just go, you know what? If someone thinks I look weird, that's fine.
Yeah, that's cool. And did you have like a sort of routine? I know you have your morning tapping or your evening tapping. Would you recommend for new beginners out there to establish a routine or just to use it every once in a while?
I recommend tapping on a daily basis because to me, it's energy hygiene or emotional hygiene. So
Okay.
just like we have physical hygiene, you know, most of us take a shower on a daily basis, whether we think we need it or not. We don't wait until people around us are holding their nose and go, right, I should probably take a shower. We don't wait until we see green stuff growing from between our teeth to go, now I should brush my teeth. We do it as
Mm.
maintenance. So why would we wait until our stress is built up and we're emotionally explosive to go, oh, right, now I should tap?
Mm.
so so I recommend it on a daily basis. It's, first thing I do in the morning is a little bit of tapping. Not, you don't have to wait until you feel something upsetting because there's always what I call ambient stress. There's always low levels because we just pick things up and we're energetically attuned to other people and different things going on. So to just be clearing that stuff out. And so I just do it as a way of being as clear as I can in the beginning of the day so that I can have the best day possible.
Wow, that's interesting. And very interesting what you say with cleaning yourself energetically, because it's one thing that most of us have never been taught about, that we have an energetic body and that it's related to everything in our lives. So, and now with the quarantine, which is still in some places, still ongoing, and so much fear and anxiety, and people have more time, maybe it's a great time for them to explore tapping a little bit, see how it could change their lives and their viewpoint.
Do you want to do a tapping round right now?
I thought it would be a great idea. Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's, rather than just saying, okay, now go somewhere else and do it. Let's experience it right now.
Okay.
So what
Do
I'll
I
invite folks,
join or
pardon me.
should I join you as well, or
Oh
how
yes,
okay.
of course. That's what I'm going to have you be my echo voice. So
Okay.
first of all, invite everyone to go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. And now just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, just allow yourself to follow your breath through your body. Notice what you're feeling physically. Notice what you're feeling emotionally. And just notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how much peace you might be feeling. So if 10 would be totally blissed out, nirvana, and just notice where you might be at. And don't judge yourself harshly if the number is lower than you want it to be. Just allow yourself to be aware of, okay, this is where I'm at right now. And notice what you feel physically, what you feel emotionally. Notice what thoughts, beliefs, and memories come up as to why you couldn't or shouldn't feel peace. And take a deep breath. Open your eyes. And just go ahead. So first of all, if you're going to tap, take full responsibility for your own well-being, because we're going to be talking about emotions. It should be an absolutely gentle process. You should be fine. But if you are dealing with a lot of heavy emotions right now, then I might say wait until you have someone there for emotional support, or maybe even working with a practitioner, someone who can be there with you to talk about what's going on for you, because I won't know who's listening and what's going on for you. But this should be absolutely fine to go through. And if some discomfort does come up, continuing through the tapping will help to clear that out. But it's up to you to not. It doesn't feel right to continue tapping. So just tap where I tap. You can tap with the index and middle finger, your fingertips. Usually we use our dominant hand. The meridians run up and down both sides of the body, so you can tap both sides at the same time. I sometimes do that, or sometimes I'll switch back and forth. Just for simplicity, I'll be tapping on the right side. So just tap where I tap, and I'll say phrases, just repeat them back. So Cecily, if you'll be my echo voice, and everyone just repeat what I say along with Cecily. Even though some things are blocking my peace,
Even though some things are blocking my peace,
I choose to love and accept myself.
I choose to love and accept myself.
Even though there are things that are limiting my peace,
Even though there are things that are limiting my peace,
I choose to love and honor myself.
I choose to love and honor myself.
Even though things are taken away from my peace of mind,
Even though things are taken away from my peace of mind,
things that are going on in the world,
things that are going on in the world,
things that are going on in my life,
things that are going on in my life,
things that are going on between my ears,
things that are going on between my ears.
because some of my thoughts are causing me stress.
Because some of my thoughts are causing me stress.
And even though this limits my peace,
And even though this limits my peace,
I choose to deeply and completely
I choose to deeply and completely
love, honor, and accept myself,
love, honor, and accept myself,
and maybe anyone else involved,
and anyone else involved.
because I choose to feel that much peace.
Because I choose to feel that much peace.
Right here at the beginning of your eyebrow, all this stuff that limits my peace,
All this stuff that limits my peace.
the corner of your eye, all these reasons why I can't feel more peace.
All these reasons why I can't feel more peace.
Right under the middle of your eye, all this fear.
All this fear.
Right under your nose, all this worry.
All this worry.
Right under your lower lip, all this stress.
All this stress.
And right here where your collarbones just about come together, you can make a fist and tap there. All this anxiety.
All this anxiety.
You're about 4 inches below your armpit. It's right about bra strap level. I'm sure even the guys can find that. All these things that upset me.
All these things that upset me.
Just with all of your fingertips around the crown of your head. All these things limit my peace.
All these things that limit my peace.
I wish I could feel more peaceful.
I wish I could feel more peace.
But there's all this stuff going on.
But there's all this stuff going on.
All this stuff going on outside.
All this stuff going on outside.
How could I possibly feel peace
How could I possibly feel peace
with all this stuff going on?
with all this stuff going on.
Except that there have been times in my life.
Except that there have been times in my life.
Maybe they've been few and far between.
Maybe they've been few and far in between.
Where I've allowed myself to feel some peace.
Where I've allowed myself to feel some peace.
But every moment of every day,
But of every moment and every day,
there's something bad going on someplace.
there's something bad going on someplace.
But I was still able to feel some peace.
But I was still able to feel some peace.
So there isn't a universal rule
So there isn't a universal rule
saying that I cannot feel peace
saying that I cannot feel peace
unless everything is perfect everywhere in the world.
unless everything is perfect everywhere in the world.
So I'm letting go of this need
So I'm letting go of this need
to limit my sense of peace.
to limit my sense of peace.
And since everything is energy,
And since everything is energy,
and we're all connected,
and we're all connected,
the more peace I can allow myself to feel,
the more peace I can allow myself to feel,
the better that is for everybody else.
the better that is for everybody else.
It's something good that I can do for the world.
It's something good that I can do for the world.
So I'm allowing myself to feel more peace.
So I'm allowing myself to feel more peace.
Maybe part of me says,
Maybe part of me says,
if I'm not feeling fear,
if I'm not feeling fear,
I won't make good choices.
I won't make good choices.
I'll put myself in danger.
I'll put myself in danger.
So that's why I can't feel peace.
So that's why I can't feel peace.
If I feel peace, I'll just be stupid.
If I feel peace, I'll just be stupid.
And I'm clearing that idea.
And I'm clearing that idea.
Because the more peaceful I am,
Because the more peaceful I am,
the more clearly I can think,
the more clearly I can think.
and the better the choices I can make.
And the better the choices I can make.
And I can take better care of myself and others.
And I can take better care of myself and others.
It's okay to feel more peace.
It's okay to feel more peace.
It's safe to feel more peace.
It's safe to feel more peace.
I'm clearing these reasons for not feeling peace.
I'm clearing these reasons for not feeling peace.
Clearing them at a cellular level.
Clearing them at a cellular level.
And all the way back through my past.
And all the way back from my past.
It's safe for me to feel peace.
It's safe for me to feel peace.
In body, mind, and spirit.
In body, mind, and spirit.
And take a deep breath. And then go ahead and close your eyes again and follow your breath through your body and rate yourself again on a scale of 0 to 10 as to how much peace you feel. And hopefully that number has gone up. For most folks, it'll go up. It may go up dramatically. It may go up just a little bit. And you may just be more aware of, oh, I know why I'm not allowing myself to feel peace. And then you can tap more specifically on those issues. And that's how we do it. Pardon me?
Thank you so much. That was really wonderful.
Oh, good.
Yeah, my number definitely went up quite a lot. And today is the perfect day because I had quite a morning. So thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. And so everyone who joined this tapping session, Brad has, as mentioned on his YouTube channel, over 900 videos for any subject that you can think about, for chocolate cravings, for overeating, for stress, for anything. So please go check his channel and subscribe to his channel. And also do go check his website. He has so like many resources that can help you learn more about tapping. And yeah, I can recommend everything.
Thank you. And one of the most important things to tap on is self-love. You know, it's the more you learn to love yourself and you clear away the reasons why you couldn't or shouldn't, the better you'll treat yourself, and the more you'll see other people as lovable, and you'll treat other people better, and it's a win-win situation. So thanks for doing that.
Wow, wonderful. Okay, Brad, thank you so much. I don't know if you have any final words, any final tips for everyone watching.
Use it. You deserve it, and it benefits others. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, and even 5 minutes a day can take you far away. So yes.
Any tapping is better than none.
Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching our video. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye, everyone. Alright, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Remember to go to tapwithbrad.com to get more info. I will also have all the links and resources in the description box below, so you can click there. And if you're new here, remember to subscribe and like. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look so much forward to see you guys in the next one. Love you all.
Come on.